Alright, here we are back to Dominions, and it's now springtime and dormant pretender gods are awakening. We have 2 battles to examine. Battle in Karamu, okay, and a main. Alright. 2 unexpected events as well. Darkwoods is bad. Could be bad. Alright, Karamu, this is us taking the independence. Ooh, they actually hit somebody down there, didn't they? Oh. Okay. Good. Yeah, and they're still shooting arrows back at those guys. And now they're gonna pay the price. Gonna pay the price, you ponies. Oh, he got killed with the javelin. Good job. That was Zarya. Alright, in the main. Oh yeah, this is me scouting, that's right. Okay. What do we got? We have got the wizard. Okay. Okay. And what else have we got? Blood slave. What's this dude? Sorcerer. That's not great. I think... Is that a curseable? No, curse has to be nature and astral. And Invo the wizard. Okay. Is that all? Is that all, you guys? Protection, quickness, body ethereal. I don't mind the quickness because that's not going to help him. That's not going to help him with what's it called? Casting spells, which is the thing I'm most scared of. He doesn't have hardly any gems either. Okay, okay. I think we'll be able to handle this. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what that is composed of. Woodhenge Druid. Okay. 2 wizards, huh? I didn't see the other one. Or yeah, I did. Of course I did. Alright. And... unexpected event. Your governor has hired some men to serve in the upcoming war. Yithanon, the commander, has joined. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I hope he's a good commander. Unexpected event in Golryup. Ilvik, the commander, has joined. What the heck? What? Oh. Wait, does he have an arm? Oh my... Oh, dude! Sweet! Free units! Dude! Seriously? Sweet! That's awesome! Hey, look at this. Agartha's moving back. Agartha is moving back. Wow. Alright, well, so, yeah. We may take this province in the name of helping out, Ulm. Yeah, Ulm is in a bad situation right now. And, yeah, I think I'll talk about that when I come back. So this is just a first glance at the world as we know it. And, yeah, I'm going to plan my moves, do some diplomacy, and come right back. All right, we're back. So, one thing I want to say is that I promised I'd give an update in a future episode about the results from the interim poll that I did, and this is going to be the episode in which I discuss that, and I'll try to show the results on screen at the end, or maybe here now in the middle. So I'll be posting those so you can see them, and basically the end result is this. I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and prepare to attack Ermor, and I've gone ahead and put in motion the diplomacy for that, and that was the reason. I didn't want to say anything at the time, but you know, as you can see, I'm here and I need to do something in the game, and the reason for that was I had some diplomatic decisions that I needed to make, and you'll see at the end the results of that, a little bit of that diplomacy. I'll talk about the messages I sent and everything. But yeah, I've told the others that I'm going to be attacking Ermor, and I've told them to leave it to me, so to speak. And so thank you everybody for kind of helping me to crystallize my decision. But most of you chose Ermor, and the reasoning you gave, etc., was, for me, I think the most, well, it was very compelling. And I know I think like the second most popular choice was to just make up my own mind. But then also there was a lot of, shall we say, persuasive. There were many persuasive arguments for going after man as well, and probably man will have to be next. So we'll see. And one thing a lot of you said, which I agree with, and which you can see I'm following through with, is to continue to seize up neutral territories. And I most certainly will do that. We are continuing down here, so we backed away from Tortuga, and next we're going to be going into this province, Walden. And in Walden, I am positive there's a magic site. I mean, for all this heat. And we're just going in with all of our troops, got them in a line formation, attack closest, and then hold an attack, hold an attack, yep, Divine Blessing, hold, cast, hold, fire close. Yeah, so I want to keep Zarya back just a little bit longer. You know, we're going in against barbarians. Why don't we just have you stay behind troops? Okay, you'll go in once they start to rout, I think. Okay, that's what I'm going to do there. Another interesting unit that I can recruit is we have the Ichthyid Lord here. So I just wanted to show his stats, because that came up in the comments. So I found a province that I can get him from. I'm not planning on recruiting him in the immediate future. Over here, we are still going to recruit some more of these Triton troopers, and I'm leaving this commander in this province while Fafnir takes some troops with him into the Sea Troll province. And this is how I've laid him out. These troops are in the double line formation and are guarding commander, and I've put Fafnir, I'll let him cast one spell in the beginning, then hold 3 turns and perhaps cast another spell if applicable. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I want to take this province and perhaps then start moving down to these, regardless of my agreement with Ulm. Either that, or I'll move him from this province into this province. Now, let's talk about this province, Emain. So, we have forces from my castle and the adjacent province going in to capture the throne. This is a lot of units. I think we're not going to have any problem. So, we do only have these Van Hearses, though, so they're going to have a lot of units to try to bless before, you know, anything else happens. Let's put you on cast spells as well. Alright, so that's the plan there. And my Piggy, I hope my Piggy gets out in front and can trample somebody before he gets slaughtered. But as long as this remains in my dominion, then he'll just come back to life. Over here, we've split up a force, and we are taking Tylus and 10 fresh, unexperienced Vans into that province to conquer it, and hopefully Agartha will not be moving there. Agartha, I believe, is going to move into this province. He needs to expand. Still don't know why there's a scout here that's visible to me, but I'm going to move my scout into that province. Now, this army here, I originally had been thinking I'd bring down here, but I've decided not to. I've decided with my decision to focus on Ermor, and in a way kind of betray them, as you'll see from my messages later, that I'm going to concentrate them in here. And this force over here, I'd be interested to know what people think, but I was originally going to move them into this province and just try to capture it. And this is the way I set them up, to try to hold and attack closest on the melee, and then fire and keep distance with the archers, and then stay behind troops for the commander. And I thought, you know what, against 30 barbarians, I give this, you know, this is an estimate, but against this group of barbarians, I give them a 50-50 chance of capturing the province. And if they captured the province, that'd just be yet another province to bring me in some income. But I've decided not to do that, because we can use these troops over here to deter Ermor a little bit. It'll either deter them or it'll make them feel more threatened. I don't know which, but hopefully it'll deter them. I can immediately start probably working on a fortress or a castle for this throne province, so I will do that. Maybe next turn. Like I said, I still am going to be prioritizing recruitment, I believe. And besides, Daz did claim this province, so he'd expect me to relinquish it to him, so maybe I won't do that. Maybe it would be a waste to take it and lose some troops, even though I got these troops really cheaply through an event. But anyway, that's that. Over here, Gordon Overkill is searching for the site because, again, I want to find those cloud mages and start recruiting them and working on my... really seriously get to work on research, and then from there he'll go and take out these villains, and then I'll be moving him back over to Vanheim. And let's take a look at Vanheim. There is this province over here that I want to capture, but for now I'm going to do that with next turn's recruitment. So this army that I'm recruiting next turn, except for the except for the Einheers, who I'm going to leave at home. This party of this. Do I want a Van Jarl? I don't think I do. I think let's just get another Van Hers. Okay, so with this party, the Van Hers and these Vans, we're just going to go over and try to capture this province here. So, yeah, because we can make it to that province. That'll put us next to Asphodel and Ulm, but I think let's do it. I think let's do it. And, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next round. But that's all of a sudden give me a whole lot more money up here. I think maybe we'll go ahead and buff this province defense since we've decided we're going to go for it. Yeah, let's do it. This gives us a whole bunch more units to work with these two combined armies. So this will be a decently held... I don't think... if this whole force went into this province, if Sabouts betrayed me, this force will not be able to hold them off, but it will do some damage. So, yeah. Yeah. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Alright, next, recruitment-wise, in this province, whoops, what's recruitment are? We are getting a scout here, and I think here? No, not here, because we ran out of money. Well, let's get a scout here now that we have the money. Alright, there we go. Sorry about these last-minute changes. Like I said, over here, we're grabbing more Tritons, and... no more piggies over here, just the Vans and the Einheers. Okay, and I think we're getting a scout here. Yes, we're going to get a scout here and send him into Man's territory because, again, we're going to be taking care of Man at some point. It's going to be time for them to put down their silly little Camelot and take their role as subspecies to the glamorous Vanir seriously. And I think that is probably it for this round. We are again just sending our scouts in. I'm gonna continue pushing in to take a look at what Agartha has. Yeah, I think that's covered it, hasn't it? Oh, it hasn't covered research. So I'm at 18 research. I could get alteration 1 in one turn, but there's nothing in oops, sorry, that's evocation. There's nothing in alteration 1 that I actually want. Like charge body, all this stuff. I don't really even want it for this current next battle that's coming up. And so if you take a look here, what we're doing... oh yes, gun lag. I'm taking him over with 4 air gems, just so I have some air gems on the front, because I'll probably eventually use them. Let's see, Sin Yolte is making an owl quill, and Farboat is making another dwarven hammer, and he's got his dwarven hammer equipped, so I got a little bit of a discount. And Ragnar Stormborn is continuing to research, and he's got research, adept research +6, so all that research is coming from him now. And yep, I think that's it. I'm gonna want to be making some armor for him, and etc. So yeah, not a lot to talk about. Rather, I feel like there is a lot to talk about, but I think I'm going to save it for putting up some messages on screen. There's been too much diplomacy to possibly cover all of it exhaustively. So I'm not going to do that. Fortresses, you guys have been talking about, oh, build fortresses, and I am not going to build a fortress, although my income's it's getting gangbusters now. I'm getting happy about that. I'm not going to build fortresses until I can at least continue recruiting maximum vans every turn. So that's the idea. A lot of the discussion about Ermor has been attack Ermor before these provinces are completely wiped out. And thank you guys for explaining to me the mechanics behind it. It seems to me at 5% population loss per turn, and here and here, well, this is going to be 5%, 5.4% loss per turn. I should have plenty of time still to go up and get these provinces lucrative. So, yeah, I should be able to figure out if I go. So these armies here, the small 10 van army, I don't know. Maybe I'll use them to go down to this province and capture it if everything goes well here. And then the army here is the only one that's kind of stuck in the swamp. And with them, I can skip to Vanheim and then skip up to here. And that's going to be 2 turns, or I could go here. So that's a 2-turn move. It's probably equivalent if I skip from, or if I go from here and try to just slog my way through the swamps over here. We'll see which way works faster. That's the only thing I'm kind of not liking about my situation, is how much time it's going to take from getting these neutral provinces to march back up here to Ermor. So I won't be attacking Ermor until the turn after next at the soonest. And I may send them a formal declaration as opposed to doing a sneak attack, just because I feel kind of bad not doing that. Like, I kind of want to give, I feel like I should give Sabouts a little bit more of a sporting chance, even though I realize the arguments you guys are all making that, you know, Ermor is a very dangerous nation and needs to be eliminated ASAP. But I feel like I kind of should do that since I've really led him on a bit in the messages. And, you know, part of my betrayal is, and because those messages I sent to him were sincere at the time I sent them, like, I have been legitimately trying to play friendly with him a bit. So, anyways, Sabouts, if you watch this video, don't hold it against me. Anyway, or don't hold it against me if I later decide to go ahead and sneak attack you. Anyway, that's going to do it. Let me talk to you now about the diplomacy. Alright, so here are some of the messages, a selection of messages that have been going back and forth. So, you know the message I sent to Ermor from the previous episode. Well, here's the response I got. Vanheim, the borders have become blurred and armies march in every direction. I see war in all our futures. Agartha has grown very powerful. I have tracked massive armies moving in all directions. I feel it is okay for me to inform you that I have specters all throughout Agartha's territory. He has armies on both of our borders, and I know very much that his nation would benefit very richly from a war between me and you. Stay frosty, the Lich King. Yeah, so I've tried to encourage Ermor to attack south into Agartha's province, that province that has the single visible scout. And if Agartha does that, it's going to put him closer to my main army and further away from his capital, and I may be in a better position as a result. I'm not sure. The further away from his capital that big army marches, the less easily it'll be for Sabouts to reinforce it, is my thinking. And also, it'll take land away from Agartha, and then I may just, you know, conveniently have to take that land back on Agartha's behalf if Agartha continues moving south. All right. Now, the other problem is that the other players, the living, have formed a council of the living, and they have done this partly to make all of our messages public, and that, I think, is because of all the lies I've been spinning. So that is a problem I'm having to deal with. And I'm just going to show one message that has come through from Ulm to the Council of the Living. The Ulmish have suffered greatly at the hands of Asphodel, but not in vain. We have inflicted terrible casualties, well, some casualties, on Asphodel. We have slain Bob and Tom, and many other Asphodel leaders. For the time being, Asphodel has withdrawn from the siege of Ulm, but we fear it was only to bring in reinforcements, ready to lay siege again next turn. We estimate that Asphodel has 15 Black Centaurs at 72, plus Chaff under the leadership of Urist McHorny. With Death 9, Nature 9, these are deadly, even though we have already slain many Black Centaurs to date. If Asphodel is allowed to continue its offensive against Ulm, we shall surely fall. I believe Vanheim and Shinuyama speak true in their promises of assistance. Ha! Indeed, Vanheim has already gifted 250 gold to aid in Ulm's defense, and such wealth has already been put to good use. Yes! Alright, a little 250 gold, and now Ulm is backing us up in the council. That's nice. And Shinuyama is preparing to assault this month. Man is many leagues away from forming an offensive against the undead. Yeah, thank you, Battle Moose, for putting that out there. A little bit of good rep on my side is going to go a long way. Alright. This is a message sent by Marcus Aurelius speaking for Agartha. So, he says, Agartha will keep Man's northern and Shinuyama's southern eastish border safe per our individual agreements. We have only just encountered Urmor, and we find them to be in dire straits. Their actual level of threat falls well short of hyperbolic tales that have been bandied about. Bandied about by whom, I wonder? We see no reason to beat a dead horse when mighty Vanheim, whose lands and armies span the entire world, appear to have them quite in hand. So a little bit of posturing between me and Agartha here. Undoubtedly, they are probably aware that I've been saying some things at their expense, perhaps. And so this is the response I sent, including a little humorous fallout that I'll go into detail about. So I sent a message to the Council of the Living. You may leave the destruction of Urmor in our hands. We have been delaying the final blow due to Agartha's ambiguous position at the front. We note, however, they have moved south. We will therefore send our troops north, since we alone do not share a border with Agartha, and since Agartha is the greater of the two threats, we encourage you to march against them. Our stealthy units can still hinder Urmor and avoid a pitched battle should our main attack fail. Which is a typo. Here, when I said Agartha, I meant Asphodel. And so that caused a little bit of fallout, because then Agartha sent a message asking, is that a declaration of war? And that was just a mighty revealing slip of the tongue on my part. No, I quickly amended. It was simply a slip of the tongue, Agartha. We don't have any ill feelings towards you. And so for now I've mollified Agartha. Although, yeah, I've probably done nothing to assuage the paranoia that Marcus Aurelius might feel towards me regarding Vanheim's feelings towards his nation. So anyway, that was a little bit of a boo-boo. And yeah, that kind of covers, just like I said, the selection of the diplomacy. And this has come about as a result. Like, this message is the message I sent after getting some of you guys' feedback about what you think Vanheim should do. And like I said, I agree. We're going to go ahead and position ourselves and take out Urmor and try to claim all those lands. And if I can get everybody else to fight against Asphodel, I think that's good. I think Dwarf Comic's a very skilled player, and he will keep them busy. And the better Dwarf Comic keeps the rest of those guys busy, the more and more I can snatch up land from Urmor, hopefully before that land becomes complete barren wasteland. So that's the plan for now, but it's still in the making. I still have to capture some of those neutral provinces, because I believe those of you who are arguing about capturing the neutral provinces first, I believe you're absolutely right, and I have an opportunity there, and I need those Thrones of Ascension. I'm going to lay my claim on them as quickly as I can. And yeah, that's going to do it for the diplomacy, and we'll just take another quick look at the map. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up this particular episode for our Dominions 4 game. I will be eagerly awaiting to see what Sabouts does, if he is trustworthy, or if he betrays me, or if he simply goes on the counterattack on Agartha over here, which I really hope he does. I really hope he does it. I don't know why. Well, you know, you saw Marcus's message that he feels it's up to me to kind of take care of this problem, so maybe he's just testing me. But, boy, it would be wonderful if Sabouts moved his army into here. I have a hunch he won't. I have a hunch that Sabouts is going to stay where he's at and try to continue building up his army. I think it would be unwise, and it depends on how much he trusts me, for him to probably move into this province. But if he does, if this big, huge army goes down here, then I may have this consolidated army go ahead and take this province, and then I'll formulate some kind of an excuse for Sabaut, saying like, hey, look, man, I had to do it to make it look like I'm attacking you. I'm going to move my guys back out, and then you can just retake that province. And, you know, I may do a little bit more conniving, kind of like that. Or I may just be like, okay, buddy, sorry, gotta kill you, and then go in with my army. Do really need to get this province out of here with the temple, so that's gotta go. And yeah, like I said, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. Would love to get up here and take these farmlands. I don't know who is up here. Maybe Shinuyama. I kind of doubt it, but yeah, maybe is it Asphodel? How could that have happened though? Like Asphodel's probably over here somewhere. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you in the next episode, unless I have to attach any extra information at the end of this one if it comes up at the last minute, but I doubt that's going to happen. I think I'm one of the last players to submit for this turn, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.